Welcome students, myself Rashmikant Rana. I'm your computer tutor. Before we start our syllabus, let's see some glimpse of our syllabus. These textbooks for 11th standard is the third in series for the subject of computer studies. In this textbook, the aim is to provide elementary knowledge of multimedia, introduction to animation using open source multimedia tool and Linux known as Symfony. Discuss essential Ubuntu Linux commands for various operations, introduction to shell scripting database operation and OpenOffice database management system tool known as Base, and an overview of certain emerging technologies which may gain ground in the days to come. So here you can see index of our syllabus. The chapter 1 to 5 cover introduction to multimedia feature of multimedia tool Symfony, creating animation using Symfony, advanced concept of animation using layer and what can be achieved by superimposing layers, how to handle picture and images in Symfony tool. Chapter 6 introduce basic Linux command for general purpose operations, file and directory manipulations, redirection pipes, as well as for sorting of records. Chapter 7 covers the Vim editor for creating and editing files, followed by introduction to shell scripting. In chapter 8, several examples of shell scripting have been present so that you can develop confidence and write script for elementary administrative tasks. Chapter 9 and 10 introduce the OpenOffice tool base for creating database and populating the created table with actual data. Chapter 11 and 12 discuss writing queries for data retrieval and creation of form as well as report for output presentation. The last chapter 13 deals with few emerging technologies and trends such as mobile computing, cloud computing, RFID, biometrics and green computing among others. We are sure this will make you reading and learning of current and future trends in computing interesting. So it is sure that if you carefully study the text and practice the laboratory exercise, you will develop reasonable confidence in working with Symfony animation tool, writing shell script, creating database and generating forms, report and queries for information retrieval. So students, let's start our first lesson, introduction to multimedia. So multimedia. The term multimedia has been coined from two terms, multiple and media. Hence, multimedia means uses of multiple media to communicate. In other words, multimedia is a combination of different media elements like text, audio, graphics, video, and animation. The combination of all the media elements makes the communication more structured and understandable to the user. Multimedia is nowadays used in every field like education, theater, advertising, fashion, gaming, to name a few. You can see here multimedia. So multimedia. Multimedia developed with 5 elements, that is text, audio, graphics, animation and video. So we define multimedia as combination of various media elements like text, audio, graphics, videos and animations. So let us now describe each element. First you can see here our first element, text. What is a text? So see, for multimedia, including text in multimedia is the basic step toward development of multimedia presentation. Remember students, including text in multimedia is the basic step toward development of multimedia presentation. Text is used to communicate with the user. Proper use of text and word in multimedia presentation will help to communicate the idea and message to the user. The textual data for multimedia can be developed using any text editor like WordPad, Microsoft Word, PageMaker, etc. To give special effect, we need graphic software like CorelDRAW. So the text can have different types, size, color and style to suit the professional requirement of the multimedia software. Remember, a typeface is family of character or letter which have similar look. Once again, remember, a typeface is a family of characters or letters which have similar look. For example, Times New Roman, Arial, Courier, it is a types of font. You are very well know. Different typeface have different style and size known as a fonts. Style are italic, bold, underlined and other. Size is the distance between the top of the letter to the bottom point. It is expressed in points, for example 12 point, 20 point and so on. For example, if we have a font of Arial 12 points, then Arial is the style and 12 point is size. So most important things here for text element, including text in multimedia is the basic step toward development of multimedia presentation. And what is a typeface? A typeface is family of characters or letter which have similar look. So describe our typeface. You can see here what is a typeface is categorized into two types. Remember students, typeface is categorized into two types, serif and sans serif. So what is the type of what is a serif type text? See here, serif is a letter decoration at the end of the character. Serif fonts are easy to read. They are used for printer pages, and they are usually used when there is a lot of text to be read. For example, Times, Century, Bookman, Old Style, all are known as a serif font. So remember, for serif font, serif is a letter decoration at the end of the character. So you can see it is a Times New Roman character, types of character, and it has a letter decoration at the end of characters. You can see, so it is a serif font. On other hand, sans serif. Sans means without. You can see, as the name suggests, sans serif. Sans in French means without or without the decoration. Arial, Varna and Helvetica are some example. So they are usually used for headlines and titles. So, but on computer screen, due to low resolution, serif fonts are difficult to read than the sans serif. So sans means without decoration. You can see here, here Arial. Arial is a sans serif font, and you can see it's a without decoration at the end of characters. Here you can see it is a serif font with little decoration at the end of character, and it is a sans serif font without decoration at the end of characters or letters. So remember two things for text element here. First, typeface. Typeface, a family of characters or letters which have similar look. Typeface categorized into two, serif and sans serif. Our second element, that is sound. Sound is the most important element of multimedia. We can define sound as a meaningful speech in any language. The term sound is used in the analog form, and the digitized form of the sound is called audio. Here there are two words, and difference between two words, that is audio and sound. So what is a sound? The term sound is used in the analog form. So sound is in analog form, and the digitized form of the sound is called audio. Text and images without any sound are helpful when we are presenting in front of the audience, but in the absence of the presenter, sound plays an important role. The best example is when we are viewing an educational CD. The user can enable or disable the sound option, but the learning process is more enjoyable when it is played with sound. To make such kind of multimedia presentation, we need to first record the voice and play it according to the animation in the presentation. So thus, when a user sees the presentation, he or she is able to understand it easily by seeing the animation along with the voice. By using sound recorder software, You can record your voice. It is described in your textbook. To discover the type of media file, we should look at the file extension. You can see here. Here describe the file extension. The commonly used audio format are described here. .mid, and MIDI. MIDI file. MIDI stands for Musical Instrument Digital Interface. Files contain music data. .rm or .rm, real audio metadata file, is a combination of audio and video. .wave, wave files, waveform audio file. .wma, Windows Media audio file, and describe it, audio file compressed with Windows Media compression. You are familiar with MP3 or MPGA, MP3 audio file. It's a compressed audio format. .wave is the most popular uncompressed sound format. Remember it. .wave is the most popular uncompressed sound format on the internet, and it is supported by all popular browsers. The MP3 is the new compressed format for recorded music. So if you want to use the recorded music, .mp3 is the best choice. So students, remember, for audio elements, the term sound is used in the analog form, and the digitized form of the sound is called audio. After text and sound, let's move our third element of multimedia, that is image. Image. Generally, multimedia presentation are graphics or image based. Information communicated through image is easier to remember and understand. Images used in a multimedia application can be of two types: photographs converted into a digital form with the help of scanner, and second, created on the computer using special software. So computers store the picture in two types of form. Remember, students, computers store the picture in two types of forms. These are important parts of image element. First, a bitmap or raster image. Bitmap or raster image. To store, what is a bitmap or raster image? To store picture, computer uses pixel map known as a bitmap or raster image. A pixel. What is a pixel? Pixel, a short for picture element. Pixel stands for picture element. Is the small dot on the screen. A map is a two-dimensional matrix of these dots. Thus, a bitmap is a simple matrix of tiny dots which form an image on the computer screen. Each pixel contains value representing the color. So, when an image is sent to be displayed on the screen, the picture data is converted to pixel. For example, GIF, JPG, PNG, TIF, BMP, PSD, etc. It is a bitmap or raster type image. So remember, students, there are two types of image in computer: bitmap or raster. Bitmap or raster image generated by pixel, and pixel stands for picture element. Second types of images, that is vector graphics. Another form of image generated by computer is vector graphics. They store the image in the form of mathematical equations on the screen. Both bitmap and vector graphics looks the same, but when you enlarge the bitmap image, it will blur and the pixel will get enlarged. The vector image, on the other hand, looks the same when enlarged. This is because the data is stored in the mathematical form and the values are recalculated when displayed on the screen. So there are two types of image in computer: bitmap or raster, and second, vector graphics. Bitmap type image can blur, and vector type graphics image, when you enlarge any vector type of image, then it can't blur. So because of it, it is created from mathematical equations. Bitmap image file format like GIF, JPG, and PNG use compression within the file itself. So the commonly used image format are described here. You can see An extension of file BMP stands for bitmap image. Uncompressed image file used to store bitmap digital images. GIF stands for graphical interchange file format, common for web graphics with small images and images with text. Use limited number of colors. PNG stands for portable network graphics, used to store graphics for web images and support up to 32-bit colors. It was an improvement over GIF. GPG or GPEG stands for Joint Photographic Expert Group Image File. Common image format used by digital cameras, support up to 24-bit colors. PSD stands for Photoshop Document, image file created by Adobe Photoshop. .tif stands for Tagged Image File Format, highly flexible and platform independent format which is widely used today. So students, we can make changes to our image by using program like Adobe Photoshop, GIMP or Microsoft Paint and any other software. So students, remember two things for images. Computer images categorized into two, that is bitmap or raster, and second vector. Bitmap or raster images created from pixel. Pixel stands for picture element, and second vector. Vector based image generally created from mathematical equations. Our fourth element of multimedia, that is video. Any static presentation becomes lively by adding the video. The term video refers to the sequence of natural scenes captured using analog or digital video capturing device. Remember students, what is the video? The term video refers to the sequence of natural scenes captured using analog or digital video capturing device. So this device can be a web camera, digital camera or even mobile phones. The digital images are played one after the other to create a moving effect. Carefully planned and well executed video, clips or animations can make a great difference in multimedia applications. So students, it is detailed described in textbook that how to capture video by using VLC media player. You can also try out another open source video recording software called Cheese Webcam Booth, available in Ubuntu Software Center. So here the commonly used video format you can see here, file extension .avi. AVI stands for Audio Video Interleave File. So developed by Microsoft to play video in Windows environment. .wmv, Windows Media Format File. .wmv is a compressed video format developed by Microsoft for internet streaming applications. .mpg or .mpeg, Moving Pictures Expert Group File, and popular video format used for creating movies distributed over internet. .mov, QuickTime format file and developed by Apple. So files are compressed and are easier to download it from internet. .rm or .rm, real video format file, real audio metadata. RAM stands for, and it is combination of audio and video. .swf and .flb, Adobe Flash Shockwave file, an animated file containing text and images created by using Adobe Flash software. .mp4, MPEG4, commonly used for sharing video files on the internet. So today MP4 is most widely used format for the internet video. It is supported by Flash Player, YouTube as well as HTML5. Now our fifth element of multimedia, that is animation. Animation can add great power to any multimedia application, and any static presentation becomes lively by adding an animation. Animation is a visual change over time. Remember the definition of animation, students. Animation is a visual change over time. Animation is created from drawn pictures and video is created using real-time visuals. Some example of animation are movies like Kung Fu Panda and Smurf. Animation can be classified as two-dimensional means 2D or three-dimensional means 3D. So remember students, animation is a visual change over time, and animation can be classified as a two-dimensional means 2D or three-dimensional means 3D. 2D animation described here. In 2D animation, the visual change occurs on the X and Y axis of the screen. This type of animation is simple. Some examples of 2D animation software are Macromedia Flash, Shrimping Studio and Pencil. So you can create 2D animation by using Macromedia Flash, Shrimping Studio and Pencil. 3D animation. In 3D animation, the visual change occurs along three axes, namely X, Y and Z. This type of animation gives almost a realistic view of the image as can be seen by the human eye. Some example of 3D animation software are Maya, Blender and 3D Max. By using this software you can create 3D animation. So here describe softwares of 2D, to create 2D animation and 3D animation. Remember, 2D, by using Macromedia Flash, Shrimping Studio and Pencil you can create 2D animation, and by using Maya, Blender and 3D Max you can create 3D animation. So dear students, here see the difference between 2D and 3D animation.
Like me, Bang.
describing an element of multimedia. So some more points about multimedia. You can see here interactive objects. Multimedia presentation to be effective, it should have maximum interactivity. At times, the user may want to skip a portion of the presentation or want to again go through that same portion. So the user is given buttons or hyperlinks for navigation in such cases. When these interactive objects are clicked, the flow of the presentation changes as per the user's choice. Earlier, the internet browser supported only one media element, which was text. Text was also limited to single font and color. All the media elements described earlier are now supported by latest internet browsers in different ways. Some media elements can be handled inline and some requires plugin. So inline media objects are specified inside the program using the specific tag inline media object tag in HTML. Plugin are extra helper programs. Remember students, plugins are extra helper programs that can be easily installed and used as a part of the web browser. So the extent to which a particular media element is employed is determined by the nature and scope of the project. So here classification of multimedia. Generally multimedia is classified into two, namely interactive multimedia and non-interactive multimedia. So describe detailing in here. Interactive multimedia. Interactive multimedia is the sequence and timing of media elements that can be controlled by the user. For example, a multimedia CD on learn musical instruments. So the user can select on the different musical instrument he or she wants to play. User can also select his favorite song which he or she wants to play using that instrument. Most of the CD-ROM titles and games available in the market are interactive in nature. Interactivity increases the user participation and he or she enjoys it more. So the degree of interactivity depends upon the field of the multimedia project. In traditional mass media like television, radio or newspaper, the communication is one way. In other words, we can say that the process originates from the source and is delivered to the mass audience. For example, a movie has beginning and an end irrespective of the user watching it on the television or not. So remember students, a classification of multimedia. There are multimedia is classified into two, namely interactive multimedia and non-interactive multimedia. Non-interactive multimedia. In non-interactive multimedia, the user simply watches the media as it plays from beginning to the end. He or she has no control over the flow. For example, a corporate presentation or a multimedia demo, and it is further divided into two parts. Now, uses of multimedia. You can see education and in training. So, in the area of education, multimedia has a great importance. We have been using presentation consisting of charts, table and other objects to import knowledge since a long time. But nowadays, the classroom education is not limited to the earlier conventional method. Rather, it needs audio and visual media. Multimedia is used to produce computer-based training course commonly known as CBT. So CBT stands for computer-based training. A CBT lets the user go through a series of presentation, animation, text about a particular topic along with example. And today's CBT are used for almost all the age groups, right from kindergarten to postgraduate. Next, uses of multimedia, that is advertisement. In the field of advertisement, multimedia plays a vital role today. Advertising is the major source of launching and promoting a product by the manufacturing companies in the market. And existing animation effect and slogans can make an advertisement popular. Third one, you can see in entertainment, multimedia is heavily used in the entertainment industry to develop special effect in animation and movies. Movies like I say Jurassic Park, Avatar will always be remembered for their special effect and animation. Fourth one, in journalism, multimedia is used a lot in the field of journalism. There are many magazines and newspapers that are published periodically that today not only we see the text in the newspaper but can also see the photographs. E-newspaper and e-magazines are also available online where we can see the videos related to particular news. Last point of this chapter, there is a stage in multimedia production. So any multimedia presentation must be carefully planned and designed. As we study that multimedia is applicable to almost all the areas, a plan should be according to the fields selected. So for stage in multimedia production, so first research and analysis. During this stage, we need to find out about the audiences, their skill, needs, and qualification. We should also gather as much information as possible about the content to be presented. Second, scripting and flow charting. Scripting or flow charting means deciding the flow of the media project. This is done by making a flow chart to show the main menu and the branching when a user select a particular option. Storyboarding. During this stage, the actual visualization of the project take place. The designer decide how each screen should look like, which media element are to be used and where to place them on the screen. The storyboard in our earlier example will contain the design of the home page where we will place the button, how will they look like, what happen when we click this button and other such required elements. Fourth one, prototyping and graphics. After the storyboarding, the designer is ready with the prototype and start creating the graphic and other media element to be used in the project. For example, characters to be used are created, sound and videos are recorded and animation are created. Fifth one, programming. After the collection and construction of media elements, they are combined together into a final product using software package like Macromedia Flash, Symfony, HyperCard, and you can use any software. Sixth one, checking, and this is the final stage of any multimedia project. In this stage, we check if all the media elements are working as per requirement or not. Also, whether the audience target will find the design and the content active or not. So if we work as per the stage mentioned here, then the most of the application that we may develop will turn out to be good. So students, in this chapter we discuss multimedia and its components: text, audio, graphics, video and animation. Each of the components play a vital role in the development of the multimedia project. We introduce each component and discuss it in detail. Multimedia is classified into interactive, non-interactive, entertainment and edutainment multimedia. Today, the use of multimedia can be found in almost all the fields like education and training, advertisement, entertainment, journalism, to name a few. In the systematic and fruitful development of a multimedia application, the stages play an important role. So after this chapter, we will move our second lesson, animation tools, Symfony.